Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for this opportunity for allowing me to be a part of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. That being said, today's topic is talking about world competition and the importance of what it takes for you to be a competitor in the world. Now, to be a competitor means that you have to have more than one skill today. A lot of people are being conditioned by the old way of thinking, which I call the industrial way of thinking, which is to have a skill, work on that skill, get your credentials or status, and then go out and get a job and work at that job for 30, 40, 50 years, whatever the case may be, and then retire, get a watch, maybe get a little pin, whatever, and then live the rest of your days out. That no longer exists, ladies and gentlemen. We live in an era right now where it's about world competition and where people want to dominate, and they want to dominate space. And the best way to dominate space or to dominate and compete in the world today is to have more than one skill, more than one talent, more than one ability, or more than one credential to be able to say you're maximizing your true potential. To stay in competition with the world, that's what it takes, because we are now living in an informational way of living, an informational way of thinking, an informational way of doing business, an informational way of educating. And because now information means power, not knowledge, it's information that means power, we have to be flexible enough to adjust and adapt to our current reality. The reality is, it doesn't matter what you're doing and where you're at. It's not where you're at, it's where the world is going. And you have to be willing to be flexible enough to know that the world's either going to leave you behind, or you're going to go with the world and travel with the world and look to expand and become bigger and better as you learn how to adjust and apply certain strategies to ensure that you stay relevant. Now, as you move forward today, it's important for us to understand that because of this way of knowing the difference between informational ways of thinking and now having, if you will, industrial ways of thinking become obsolete, you have to figure out, how are you currently living right now? Are you a part of the informational way, or are you a part of the industrial? Or are you saying that you are a part of the informational way but still have industrial thinking? Because a lot of us do that. We say that we're in this current reality of information, but yet we're still thinking the old school way and not realizing that we're not making any progress. We are not showing any growth. We are stagnant. We are feeling that we have to settle for a job. We are feeling that we have to settle for our circumstances. We have to continue to build debt, and then to know that we are not making enough money to survive. We're making enough money just to stay alive, as I call it. And that's the era of industrial ways of thinking that's conflicting with informational ways of thinking. So the time is now for us to understand, what is it that you have that can make your brand unique? What is it that you have that can be added to your skill set, to your talents, to your ability to set you apart from the rest of the world? Not the rest of your current reality, not the rest of your colleagues at work, not the rest of the students in the classroom, not the rest of the people in your family, but the world. You have to think world competition now. There is no more of this small-minded ways of thinking, because small-minded ways of thinking, they die slowly, right? So you have to think big now, and think big beyond yourself, and to strategize how to put yourself in the position to make yourself unique, to make yourself relevant, to make yourself continue to grow as the world grows and moves on. There's going to be a lot of people being left behind because they're conflicted between the informational way and the industrial ways of living and thinking and being. Make sure you understand where you stand. Make sure you understand where your thoughts are related to this, so that as time continues to go, even though the economy might be tough, even though things are becoming more expensive, even though houses are costing more money and all these things are going up, to stay relevant and to stay more above the competition, you have to be able to do more things to ensure that these things don't become a challenge or a hindrance to you, but they are seen as hidden options and opportunities for you to grow, prosper, and excel. Take this time to reflect on it. I look forward to hearing back from everybody if you have any comments or thoughts. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, have a great, great, great day, and we'll talk soon.